and went to crazy town way too often. Now you blew it. You blew it. You blew it.
I did not, but go ahead.
And lost everything.
Wow.
So I have no one to champion and defend my issues.
But I would
Democracy and the
say all
environment.
of the wokeness that outraged you so much was Republican framing, was right-wing media framing.
Oh,
that
God.
I mean, again,
John,
yes,
that's
I
not
am
the
telling you
case.
this.
No.
I am, yes, that
It's
is the
not
case.
framing.
That is the case.
I do
Bill
this
Maher.
I do this for a living.
Okay.
But I don't know. Sometimes people say things that trigger me. And of course, we just had the election, and I feel like my conscience is very clear. I warned everybody about Trump, and then I warned them about what would get him reelected, which was stupid wokeness, which is what got him reelected.
So, Bill Maher sat down with actor Jon Cryer, and the interview was pure, uncut cringe. At one point, Maher visibly threw his hands up because Cryer's takes were so catastrophically out of touch that they made him uncomfortable. And Maher eats celebrities for breakfast. This train wreck perfectly illustrates what Ricky Gervais has been screaming for years. Celebrities should stay out of politics. So, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button because we're about to watch this man embarrass himself in...
I think the whole country, even unless you're like stupid woke, I hope you're not, but you know, it is Hollywood.
Somewhat stupid woke.
Okay. The whole country was like, I mean, I think the biggest issue for the election, one of the biggest ones, was Democrats pointlessly, totally just punted on immigration and let anybody who wanted to walk in for 3.5 years did. And, you know.
Well, I think they would probably disagree. The people walking in probably felt like it was a little harder.
No, actually, there's a great 60 Minutes piece on it where the border, I mean, you don't get 8 million people here by making it difficult. But they're just, I mean, you see they're walking through and the border guys are just watching them do it. They're just watching them walk past. You never saw that?
I did not see that.
See, that doesn't get in the liberal media. That's the problem, is the bubbles we live in.
In slow motion. Jon Cryer actually admits he's somewhat woke. And honestly, if I were Bill Maher, I would have cut that interview dead right there. Mic drop and all, because the points Cryer goes on to make are not just weak, they're completely detached from reality. We all know, and the numbers back this up, that the border was essentially a revolving door under Biden, especially after Kamala Harris was handed the border czar role and promptly did absolutely nothing with it. We're talking roughly 8 million people who reportedly walked across that border on their watch. 8 million. That's the population of a mid-sized country. Critics argue the system failed to control it properly. And yet, here's Jon Cryer, sitting comfortably in his Hollywood bubble, straight-faced and denying that the border was ever porous. Not misremembering. Not misinformed. Denying. It's the kind of willful blindness.
We should. We are a nation of immigrants, and we need immigrants.
There you go.
But most Americans felt, including lots of Democrats and people of color, and he won the Latino vote by half. You know, come on, man. Like, at a certain point, everybody was around the idea that, okay, immigration, fine, but it has to be somewhat orderly, and not anyone.
Yes. And again,
and asylum had a certain specific meaning, which went up in the air. They overcorrected.
You know, you could be right, I don't know.
That makes these celebrity political takes so dangerously insufferable. Maher is absolutely right to call this out, and it's a point that gets criminally overlooked in mainstream conversation. The word asylum once carried genuine moral weight. It was a sacred promise extended to people fleeing real, documented persecution. Dissidents, political prisoners, journalists, and activists whose lives were in actual danger for speaking truth to power. That was the original covenant. But under Biden and Harris, that definition got stretched so grotesquely beyond its original intent that it essentially became meaningless, a loophole wide enough to drive millions through. And here's the remarkable part, even Cryer can't deny it. He openly admits that more people entered this country under Biden than under any other president in modern history. He just refuses to connect the dots on what that actually means, the strain on resources, communities, and public services. Acknowledging...
So,
well, 60 Minutes, arguably, is the liberal media. So, I don't think that...
Right, but 60 Minutes is still a show that I think you know, can, not as consistent as it used to, but they do things like that.
Mm.
They also did a great piece some years ago about a woman in London who was in the Muslim neighborhoods, and, you know, they're screaming at her because she's wearing a skirt and stuff like that. And, you know, the point of it was, you know, there are places in Western civilizations that are like run not by Western standards.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean they're just different.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there are cultural enclaves everywhere. You know,
right, but we should agree that women should be able to wear what they want.
Yes.
If you don't agree with that, then you're not a liberal to begin with.
The statistic, while dismissing its consequences, isn't nuance, John. It's intellectual dishonesty dressed up as compassion. The conversation then shifts to women's rights, and somehow Cryer manages to be even less informed here than he was on the border. Maher's point is razor-sharp and impossible to misunderstand for anyone paying attention. These aren't immigrants quietly assimilating into American liberal culture, waving the rainbow flag and embracing free speech. No, a significant portion arrive with deeply entrenched cultural values, and the expectation isn't that they adapt, it's that you do, and the women pay the price. That's the uncomfortable truth Maher is poking at. We're already seeing it play out across Western Europe, parts of France, Germany, and Sweden, where women are quietly self-censoring how they dress in certain neighborhoods just to avoid harassment or worse. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's
fine.
Have your wife live in Gaza or any place where? No, well, I mean before.
War-torn strip of desert?
No, even before.
No,
even before the
that's,
war,
you know.
where she would have to cover up.
Well, again, that's not. I don't live there. It's not my culture. You know.
And you won't judge it.
I'm not going to judge it. No. But again, this is not
that's crazy woke to me.
Okay.
That's where it all went off the rails. When we became so tolerant that we tolerate intolerance. I mean, you would never allow something like that to happen in this country. If they proposed a law tomorrow at the LA City Council, women have to cover their face when they go out. I assume you'd be against that.
documented reality. And that is Maher's core problem with unchecked, unvetted mass migration. But sure, John, tell us more about how everything's fine. Maher lands what is honestly the sharpest point of the entire interview here, and it's one that the woke crowd has never had a convincing answer to. Tolerating intolerance isn't progressive. It's a contradiction that exposes the whole movement as fundamentally hollow. Certain regimes and extremist interpretations openly suppress women's rights, including forced coverings, restricted movement, limited education, and second-class status. And yet, the same crowd that plasters feminist slogans on their Twitter bios and marches downtown for women's rights goes absolutely silent when those cultures are the conversation. No protests. No hashtags. No outrage. Nothing. They'll tear apart a conservative politician for a bad joke about women, but won't utter a single word about regimes and communities actively crushing women's basic freedoms. That select...
But I don't know, sometimes people say things that trigger me. And of course, we just had the election, and I feel like my conscience is very clear. I warned everybody about Trump, and then I warned them about what would get him reelected, which was stupid wokeness, which is what got him reelected. So I feel my conscience is very clear that I told you, and I told you, and I told you, and I lost fans for it. You know, lots of the super woke, that like I'm not woke enough for them. Yeah, but like, I think I had it right. Like that kind of stuff is what lost the election for the Democrats. It's in all.
Maybe part of it. I don't know. I think
convenient outrage is exactly what Maher is calling out. And it's the kind of glaring hypocrisy that Jon Cryer, comfortably cocooned in Hollywood, simply refuses to acknowledge or confront. And here's the thing, Maher actually did his part. He spent years warning the Democratic Party that they were hemorrhaging ordinary voters with a relentless woke agenda. And they looked him dead in the eye and ignored every word. The election results weren't a surprise to anyone being honest with themselves. Every day, voters, including lifelong Democrats, reached a breaking point with debates over gender ideology in schools, defund the police politics, border policy, and the suffocating political correctness that made half the country feel like strangers in their own culture. They didn't just vote against Trump's opponents. They voted against that entire circus. But here's what's truly staggering. The Democrats have learned...
They never have any plan for this show.
Oh, okay.
Plainly.
Yes, clearly. Clearly.
So Yeah, if you don't want to talk about that politics at all,
Well,
I shouldn't, because
Yeah.
I really started this podcast to get away from it. So you're right, I kind of fucked up.
yes.
But I don't know, sometimes people say things that trigger me.
Uh-huh.
And of course, we just had the election, and I feel like my conscience is very clear. I warned everybody about Trump, and then I warned them about what would get him reelected, which was stupid wokeness, which is what got him reelected. So I feel my conscience is very clear that I told you, and I told you, and I told you, and I lost fans for it. You know, lots of the super woke, that like I'm not woke enough for them. Yeah, but like, I think I had it right. Like, that kind of stuff is what lost the election for the Democrats. It's in all.
Maybe part of it. I don't know. I think a lot.
They have polling on it.
Well, I think it's inflation. I think Americans hate inflation.
That certainly was
They hate
part of it.
inflation, they hate riots, and they hate black women.
They don't
and they hate trans people.
Oh, God, John, we're not
Dude,
gonna.
they just spent hundreds of millions
They
of dollars
don't hate
demonizing
black-
trans people. And that is disgusting.
Yeah,
That
we
is-
shouldn't talk politics.
Okay, we shouldn't. We
I mean,
shouldn't.
this
Great.
And nothing. Zero. And John Cryer, sitting across from Maher and confidently doubling down on the exact same disconnected talking points, is living proof of that. The party isn't soul-searching. It's still sleepwalking. Still preaching to an emptying room. Maher deserves a medal for his patience here, because John Cryer just casually dropped one of the most insulting claims of the entire interview, that Americans hate black women. And the implication is crystal clear. Kamala Harris lost. She's a black woman. Therefore, America is racist and sexist. That's the equation Cryer is running. But let's be brutally honest here. That argument is not only intellectually lazy, it's also deeply condescending to the millions of Americans who simply evaluated Harris on her merits as a candidate and found her unconvincing. Nobody is obligated to vote for someone purely because of their race or gender.
Yeah, it's just going to take so long to even have this discussion. And I want, just like I would like to deprogram them, I feel like there's things that don't get in your bubble on the left that I would love to deprogram, but it's probably not the place to do it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
You can try. if that's how you want to spend your leisure hours.
No, I mean,
deprogramming Ducky.